digging in the crates for something good. Hidden gems often misunderstood. 'Cause you know there's no such thing as too much. Miscellaneous important stuff.
Welcome back to the show. This week, my friend Christin was here, and Christin, I've known since our sophomore year of high school. That's where we met, and that was like 17 years ago at this point. So we've known each other a long time. We've talked about a lot of different things, but Christin came over, and we actually did a few episodes worth of content. So this is going to be a 40-ish minute segment, mostly about some marriage-y stuff for a few minutes, and then we get into some Tinder stories, which are mostly hers because, she just has more interesting stories. But it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Here it is.
We had kind of had conversations in our marriage, like anyone does, where you talk about the reality of the fact that times are going to be hard. There's going to be times where you don't see each other the same way, but you try to work through them. But not really. Like, there were days where he'd be like, some days it's just like you don't even like me. And I'd be like, dude, we've been together for 8 years. Definitely there's days where I don't like you. Like, that's an unrealistic expectation. Yeah. But he would like blow up. It'd be this huge fight. And I'd just be like, no, I love you every day. I'm just tired. Because we couldn't even talk about it.
Sounds exhausting.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Just being in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've talked to my therapist about this too. It's like I really can't stand hearing people say, well, marriage is work. I'm like, can we just pick a different word, please?
It's effort.
That sounds so much better.
Effort. I think as long as you're putting effort into yourself as a person, that a lot of that will spill over into your relationship.
Yeah, don't talk about it like a job. If it's a job, then we don't need another job. If you're already working full time, you don't need something else to like bother you.
Anything that you love, you have to put work into. Having effort. And think about your friendships. You and Nick have probably argued.
But I would never say, God, that friendship with Nick it's work.
It's a lot of work.
I would just be like, yeah, sometimes I'm mad at him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't ever think it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like work. That is not the word I would use for any real friendship.
And there are definitely times, even friendships, where you go, well, I'm going to have to do something here that I'm going to have to make the choice to be uncomfortable and do it, or talk to them about it because I want this to last, instead of just walking away and not talking about it.
Or if it's like a little thing, then it might just mean not talking to them for a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're going to be fine.
Just giving it space.
Because there's things about all my close friends. Because I have plenty of friends that I've known for 15 years or more. And I've accepted certain things about them,
What do you accept? What do you accept about me?
That you were going to be married to a guy who you shouldn't be married to.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean, though? It's like, it's just little things, right? Like family members, personality. Like, that's not going to really change.
Yeah.
You can only change so much about yourself. And but life got easier once I accepted that those people weren't going to change, but I still love them.
Changed your expectations.
I really did. It was like a huge thing.
Yeah.
There are definitely some things that people could change about themselves, and probably should.
Yeah.
But I also can't expect that from anybody. You gotta want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So once I started doing that, I'm like, yeah, everyone's messed up. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's at a different part in their life. Whatever.
See, you could probably relationship now.
I think I could, but it's still, it would have to be
You have to find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the search is the issue, really.
Okay.
That does feel like work.
It is
That
work.
that is something I would say is not always fun. It feels like work. It's more than effort. It's a hassle. That's what I would call it.
It's like job hunting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you do it enough times, and like every time you go on a first date, it's not exciting anymore. It's just like you're sitting down with somebody like, hey, so what's your story?
What's your deal?
What do you do?
Why are you fucked up?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing every time, and then every now and then there's like this spark or really good conversation or whatever. Other times it's just awkward and weird, and they have a laugh that you don't want to hear. And
Sorry.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Or they're just, I don't know. There's like a little thing that bothers you, and you just want to have nothing to do with them.
Oh my God. I went on this date because I was doing casual dating, so I didn't care what I said to them.
That is a nice part about it, like knowing that it's casual.
I'm gonna be insane.
Yeah. I want to be my real self.
He was talking about stuff, and I just looked at him and I was like, it seems like you're not happy with any part of your life. And he goes, damn. He goes, well, I knew that was true, but I didn't know other people could tell. I was like, well, yeah.
It's all over your face.
I was like, well, you've just been saying some things about your work and you don't seem happy about it. And you've been saying some things about your family and you don't seem happy about it. And you don't seem happy about your hobbies. And he was like, I didn't realize I exuded sadness. I was like, I don't think you exude it, but maybe you like precipitate it.
Man.
And I was like, I can't ever be with someone who's like that.
You rocked his world.
Yeah, I was really afraid he was going to climb through the window when he went to the bathroom.
Where were you at?
R&J's, where I take all my dates.
Really? Why in that place?
It's like a minute from my apartment, and they make the best old fashioned, and it feels like Mad Men in there.
Is that all you think about is Mad Men?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've brought up Mad Men at least twice.
It's my favorite TV show.
I love Mad Men.
Yeah. Joan came on the air and was a curvy, tall redhead. And I
Joan's
was like,
great.
Finally, I have someone to look at who's celebrated being sexy. And I was like, that's me.
She is one of the best characters on there for sure.
She's so good.
She is so good.
Let's just talk about Mad Men for an hour.
I could do an hour on Mad Men. I love Mad Men.
I do too.
There are parts of that are still like that. That is what it's like to work at an agency.
Really?
Yeah, some of the structure of it. I feel like they do a good job of like representing advertising or the departments in advertising and
Oh, good to know.
and how like client meetings go and stuff like that. But it's an old model. It's sort of like
It's changed.
yeah. There's one agency in the city that I always think of when I think of Mad Men because they're still pretty old school,
Huh.
but they're also maybe closing.
Oh, you made this face like you're happy that they're closing.
I don't know. I don't know them. I feel like they're I don't know. They do have a reputation, I think, for overworking people and being it's very corporate. But I don't know. I've never worked there, so I can't really
Can't say. But it's like Mad Men.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I like R&J's. It reminds me of Mad Men. Mostly if I'm in there and I have my old fashioned, I feel like a middle-aged white male and so full of privilege.
Are you saying all middle-aged white males are full of privilege?
Well, they're sitting in a leather booth with nice whiskey, probably.
That's a good point. I'm with you on that.
And they're always playing like Tom Petty and the Rolling Stones, and like the music's always good.
Okay. Maybe I should.
Have you been?
I've been. I just haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times with somebody I used to date.
Is she also like feeling like a man?
I don't talk to her, so maybe like I could reach out, just find out for you. No, but I think that is the reason I don't go there.
Oh.
And not, I don't know that it's totally intentional. It's just that name comes in my head and I go, no, I won't go there. I'll go over here. But I think it's because I'm afraid I'm gonna like run into her.
Yeah, I am afraid that my dates are going to realize that that's a great place to take a date. And I'm going to go in there and they're going to be on a date and I'm going to be on a date and it's going to be weird.
I have a good new place for you.
Don't say Anchor Down.
No.
Where?
Oh, it's not new, but
You're going to say your apartment?
No, yeah. Bring all your dates to my apartment.
They'd be impressed. I would pretend like it's my apartment.
I don't want you to take credit for all this work that I did.
You can have my apartment.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll just trade off for the night or whatever, depending on what you're doing with them.
Yeah.
These also turn into beds, so just so you're aware. I'm getting all kinds of weird stuff. O-Bar.
Dude, I love O-Bar.
It's a great place for a date.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I've been there a few times.
But you're only taking dates to...
It's 1 minute from my house. So if you're casually dating someone... and
O-Bar
like,
is just down the street.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Wait, are you talking about R&J's...
Supper Club.
But like on 10th?
Yeah, I live up Lyft. I live right off 10th.
Okay, then yes, it is...
Yeah, it's right down the
It
street.
is right down the street.
Yeah, you win.
It is so close.
I do like
that
O-Bar.
might be... Actually, O-Bar's probably closer.
No.
I think so.
No.
Because you would come down what street?
Because O-Bar is O-Bar off Hudson.
O-Bar, if you come into
Because
Midtown...
R&J's is off Walker.
No, but if you come into Midtown...
Yes.
And you have the circle, the roundabout.
Yeah.
If you turn slightly left on there, you're already there. It's right off the roundabout. Like through one stop sign, you're there.
Yeah, through one stop sign. But R&J's is literally right after the roundabout.
No, you have to go all the way to the light first.
Mm-mm. What?
This is a dumb conversation for anybody who's not.
I know.
in
This
Oklahoma
is
City.
terrible. We're just arguing.
But I'm telling you, you should look it up. All right? All right?
I know. I
All
know
right?
where it is.
Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right, Jay.
That's what I like to hear as a heterosexual white male.
That you're
I'm
right. Why do you have to be straight and white and male?
That's the thing. That's the whole...
Oh, you're right all the time.
Yeah, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that's the one that's... Yeah.
Okay.
The older white heterosexual males.
You're older?
Not yet. I just look at...
Yeah.
I'm getting white hair.
Everyone has white hair by now. I know 27-year-olds with white hair.
I know. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just showing up in my beard now. And like, that's...
As a redhead, I will never go gray.
That is not true.
I'll go blonde.
Yeah, it's my mom right now.
Yeah.
People think she's blonde.
Your
Like,
mom's a redhead?
Yeah.
Ah.
But it's less red these days.
Yeah.
More blonde.
My grandma's going to be 96 next month, and like she's just blonde.
But it's really red hair that's turned whitish.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
a mix of white and red.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It is.
Because even if you go all white, that's also kind of cool. Like white hair.
Oh, it's dope.
We're out on time.
What are we even doing anymore?
We're recording. No, we're still on a subject. Like, don't...
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Don't
so we were talking
worry.
about marriage and divorce, and then we argued about where O-Bar is.
Yeah, which is fine, because then we were talking about, like, that's dating or whatever.
Arguing about taking dates to O-Bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I could take them to O-Bar. They told me when I first started doing casual dating, I read articles on tips for casual dating.
What was one of them? Don't have feelings.
Yeah, it was don't take them to your favorite bar where you go with your friends because you don't want to taint your favorite bar. You should have your space that's your space, and you should have a bar where you take your dates. I had just moved to Midtown. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but is it tainted? Because especially if it's someone that you don't feel connected to, it's like, I don't care.
They were just saying like you should save your space for you.
It's not even your space. It's a public space.
I know.
I'd say if that's the thing, don't bring them back to your apartment ever.
Yeah, that's true.
That's even worse.
But-
Then are you tainting your apartment?
I was like, I had just moved to Midtown 2 months before that, and I was like, I don't even have a favorite bar.
Yet. You know how you're going to find that? Go out on dates.
Yeah, so I was like, I've been to R&J's once. I liked it. Let's just try it. And then I was like, now it's my favorite bar.
And you wear a red dress every time.
No, I usually like dress worse for my dates than I am today. I wear like
Why?
sweat skirts and sneakers.
That's like totally different image than what you just painted when you said you felt like a middle-aged white woman and
White
you felt
male.
like, white male. On Mad Men, I assume, well, then you'd be dressed up in a suit always, even to like go out to the park.
Yeah. Honestly, it's because I spend so much time like you have to like, because like if you're sledding, or like shave your whole body, make sure I'm
if you're
totally
sledding,
clean.
what a term.
I'm taking it back. The word.
I mean, you can have it.
It's mine. Like I want to feel so hygienic before I go on a date that you could like put me in saran wrap, like I'm fresh.
Is that a normal
clean.
thing that you do, like on dates though?
Yeah, of course.
Like put you in.
Who doesn't?
Just I brought saran wrap. Just you go ahead.
I'm gonna spin around. You're gonna need a box knife later.
Don't worry, you won't see me after tonight. Just
quickly.
oh, love it.
And then I spend so much time getting clean that then I have like 20 minutes to get ready for the date. So I'm just like throw on whatever and run out of the house with no makeup on.
But then do you let them know, like, listen, I may look like I didn't spend time getting ready, but I am clean.
You could eat off of me.
Literally. Let's go.
And you're going to. What do you think the saran wrap is for?
God, you should record these dates.
I should. They're terrible. I love them.
You know, I believe in Oklahoma, we are a single party recording state.
We are not.
I think we are.
Oh my God.
You could record them.
Okay. Can I tell you some of my date stories?
Yeah, please. Please. I'm all for date stories.
So the guy that I told him that he seemed sad.
Yeah.
We go back to my apartment. Even though he seems sad and he's weird as fuck, I'm like, you're still cute. I'm drunk. Come over. He tells me before we start, I haven't had sex in over a year. And I asked him, are you setting me up for low expectations? And he was just like, yeah.
Well, that's fair.
Okay. I didn't realize how low. Because we finished. He laughed for a minute once he finished.
About what?
He said it was a victory laugh.
Because he did it?
Yeah, I think so, because he came. So he just laughed for like a full minute.
This is okay. Why? So I was so confused.
He fell on his back. He started laughing. I was like, wow, you're really laughing. And he was like, yeah, it's a victory laugh. And then he just continued.
This is the first date?
Yeah.
So what was his issue? Like why was he dating an entire year? What?
The story's not over and you're going to know what his issue is.
Well, it's okay. Sorry. I just have a lot of questions.
No, you should. You're fine. You wouldn't anticipate that it's not over. So then he's like, will you scratch my back? And I proceed to do so. But after like 30 seconds, I'm like, oh, do you have an itch I'm going for? Is this like sexual? And he was like, oh no, it's sexual. I'm enjoying it. He's like, will you scratch harder? So I'm scratching this dude's back and I'm like, I'm me. So I have no filter. I'm just like, dude, your back's getting really red. Are you sure? And he's like, no, yeah, keep going. And I'm thinking, he doesn't want to hurt me. This could be round 2. I can just scratch him for a few minutes if I get something out of it. But then it's been like 5 minutes and he's not even touching me. He's just like laying there moaning on my bed while I scratch him.
You made it 5 minutes scratching someone's back?
I don't know. It felt like an eternity. I'm not sure the length. And then he said, will you scratch my thighs? And then he said, will you scratch my butt?
Okay.
Which I did for like a second, then avoided it. And after about 10 minutes of me scratching him while he does not touch me, I was just like, I work in the morning.
And that was it?
That was it. Date over.
And what was his demeanor like?
He was just like, okay.
Because he probably thought, I didn't think she'd actually do it.
Yeah. I was like, dude, do you do this like when you masturbate? He said, well, yeah, like my thighs, but I can't reach my own back. So thank you.
Wow. Well, that makes sense now.
As to why he hasn't had sex in a year.
Yeah, scared. I wonder if it starts with like he's on a date with somebody and he's like, will you scratch my arm? And then he starts moaning in a bar.
Oh.
Did he?
No, but I went to Okanor for Thirsty Thursday in the plaza a few weeks ago with coworkers. And who was at the end of the bar? The scratcher.
No way.
He was there.
Was he getting scratched?
No, but he was on.
Did you go behind him and like give him a little?
No, but that's what we were joking about because my coworker knows. And I was like, how fucked up would it be if I went up there to order a drink and just started scratching his back in public? Because it would seem like
moaning.
It would seem like a friendly or even like maybe we have a connection thing in public. But
just be like, hey, and then.
But he would be totally freaked out.
And loving it.
And then And then he was clearly on an online date because then like a woman walked in and I thought about warning her. Thought about being like, he's highly insecure and depressed, doesn't plan on changing it, and is going to want you to scratch him, and he's not going to make you come.
And then she... Yeah.
I didn't do that. Maybe she likes that.
Maybe they're still together. Or are together now.
I
They
hope
probably weren't
not.
together. But what'd she look like?
She was like blonde and had a large chest, but she was very put together. Like maybe she came from work. She looked kind of like a career woman.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's very attractive. He's like 42.
Huh.
He looked younger. I don't want to describe
42.
him. I will say he kind of had buggy eyes and he stopped talking to me because I made fun of him too much about it.
Why were you making fun of his eyes?
I
No wonder he's sad and depressed.
know. I feel
Jeez,
bad.
you left that part out conveniently.
Well, it was after the scratching.
Oh, it was after the scratching.
Okay,
All right.
you know, like I'm sarcastic.
Yeah, well, what did you say? Pretend I have really buggy eyes. Do I, by the way?
No.
I hope not. Been lying to me
He had
for all
kind
these
of
years.
like made a joke about them before, so I thought it was okay. Now I realize you can never joke about a physical trait about a person.
I mean, it's safe to just not.
Yeah.
What was his joke?
I don't. Oh. I had said something about my cat. Like, cats want to eat your eyeballs when you die. And he said that cats would probably that's probably why cats like him, because he has really big eyeballs. And then he said, fancy feast to eyeballs.
Hey, that sounds like you could join in on that.
Yeah, yeah. And then he was talking about some potluck at work. And I asked if there's mac and cheese. And he said he didn't see anything. And I said, it's hard to imagine you not being able to see anything. Or that he was like, damn. And then I said,
oh boy,
that no, it gets worse.
Oh god.
And I said, it's like Clockwork Orange without the torture device.
Oh. For anyone who hasn't seen that, you should go to that scene
Where they're holding his eyeballs back. So I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you too hard. I just like to tease and roast. And he goes, no, keep them coming, which he apparently did not mean. And so
He just didn't want to seem like he couldn't take it.
yeah. And so then I asked him if they used him for reference when they made Rango.
It's so mean.
God. Just destroy the men of OKC.
And this was after the scratching.
Yes, because even after the scratching, I was going to hang out with him again.
So did you?
No, because after that, he didn't want to talk to me ever again.
Oh God, how did he leave? What was his last words?
Actually, it just kind of like trailed off. And then I was like, dude, I wouldn't normally message after a couple of days of no messaging, but you seemed kind of off on our date, and I'm afraid I offended you. Like, what's going on? And he sent me this really long message about like, honestly, you hit on this childhood insecurity of mine. I have stuff going on with my family, and I'm just like not feeling it.
Oh boy, this went from like really funny and great to
Christin is a horrible person.
just sort of
Terrible.
sad. You're offending everybody.
Yeah.
Ah, but you couldn't know. You were just trying to have fun. Were you drinking?
Not when I said the things about his eyes.
Should have just lied and said you were. Not that that's an excuse, but
No. I mean, I thought he was hot, and I thought his eyes were cute. So
you said he was like very attractive, and like I'm not attracted to men, so it's like, but I feel like I know what attractive is. I don't know.
he was attractive.
But when you say that, I'm thinking of Steve Buscemi, who I'm like,
He did kind of have Buscemi eyes, but they worked. Like sometimes people can have bug eyes and they're still attractive.
Steve Buscemi eyes, but not Steve Buscemi other features.
Yeah, not like sad and droopy, like he's constantly stoned or something.
So his eyes weren't sad and droopy, but he was sad and droopy.
His personality.
Okay, give me another story.
Okay.
Give me another good story.
Okay. Whew. Let's talk about Joel. Oh, I just used his name. Crap.
It's all right. There's no last names.
There's lots of people in the country named Joel. He's 27. He has an 8-pack. We were talking on Tinder.
Oh snap! 8-pack.
I know.
Did he have a photo with the 8-pack?
Yes.
Of
Why
course.
else would I talk to him? Because his profile was like, ADD, won't talk to you if plans A, B, and B fall through. I don't want a pen pal. And then it said, you can't choose your father, but you can pick your daddy.
Oh God! So but you swiped on him because it was you knew it was going to be a disaster, right?
Yeah. I guess he's hot. So,
Right, but does that work? You got to be hot, but so people let you get away with the abs photo.
Yeah, like
How does that work?
I kind of thought, wouldn't it be fun to just like do something with someone who's a total douchebag, but they're still hot? Like I was gonna say, like, can I still be attracted to someone? Like, still just enjoy.
Fun experiment.
Yeah. I was like, maybe just being funny.
And he wasn't.
No. And he was weird in combo. And then like he would send me YouTube videos. They were like video game videos where the head of the mobster in the video game was Thomas the Tank Engine, and it was synced up to a Biggie Small song.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's how he started things out. Like that was his move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like a few days into talking.
A few days.
So we talked for like a day. I was like, you want to go out this weekend? He says, yeah, but he doesn't say anything else. It's 2 days later, he starts saying like terrible things to me, like making like poop jokes, like stuff you would never say to someone you want to date. And I was like, are you just saying horrible things because you decided I'm a waste of time? And he goes, well, are you?
Oh, God.
He said, I don't want a pen pal. I already told you that. I said, I asked you out for this weekend. You didn't respond. And he goes, oh, what's the weekend when you want to go out? I said, never now. And I unmatched him.
Oh, and he hated that, right?
Yeah, but then like a few weeks later, we rematched on other apps. And he messaged me. He was like, you know you want to sleep with me. And I was like, you are very hot and very annoying. So yes.
Did you say that or did you think that?
I said it.
Oh. But not to him. This is through message.
Through messaging.
Okay.
I was like, you're a huge pain in the ass. And for some reason that is attractive.
And he knows it. He just fed right into it.
Yeah, it was fun. I get to his house because he's going to take me out to the bar. He's in like house clothes, like zero effort. He's wearing a baseball cap and like what you would sleep in. And
Okay.
he's like, you want a pregame? Sure. We go to get beers out of his fridge. He's like, can you smell that? And I was like, no, I don't smell anything. He goes, good, because there's a dead mouse in the wall. And I finally cocked it up, like covered up the wall today. But it's been smelling terrible.
Cocked it up.
So
Are you sure his name was Joel?
Why?
Because I feel like it's more like a Chad or a
Chad.
what is the other names?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. So that's how he starts our date. He's in house clothes and he's like, hey, there's a dead mouse on my wall. Let's watch a hockey game. Whereas like TV is on like a fucking like wooden crate. There's just
An
stuff
actual
everywhere.
wooden crate?
Yes. Like he doesn't have a bunch of furniture, so his TV's on like a wooden crate. And it's just a couch with a bunch of stuff on it.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So I could tell in his picture he had a Mario like bomb tattoo with like one of those little bombs from Mario
Okay.
on his
That's
stomach. Well, once we got our clothes off later that night, he also has a 1-up mushroom on his back. Like a big one.
How big?
Oh, like 5 inches across.
Like, is it onto is it lower back? Is it like a
No,
large tramp stamp?
It's like 5 inches across and maybe 4 inches tall, and it's right at the top of his back. And it's the exact same style as the bomb on his stomach.
Okay.
So he's got matching Mario tattoos on his body. I will say the most interesting thing about Joel was the next morning. He is really weird. He wanted me to spend the night. He wanted to cuddle all night.
Well, why is that weird? Why can't that just be
Because
nice?
they're one night stands. I guess it could be, but I didn't think the dude that's like making terrible jokes.
Oh, that's true. Well, he's hiding how he really feels. He's just a teddy bear in there.
That's what he was like. I'm a human. And I was like, I don't think you are, but fine, I'll cuddle you. And he takes me to breakfast the next morning. He gets toast. He takes all of the butter that they give you in that little like paper cup, spreads it across the toast, makes a butter sandwich where the butter's like 1/4 of an inch thick, and proceeds to start eating it. And when I'm like, that cannot taste good. And he's like, well, it's healthy fats for hockey practice. Like, okay, whatever. And I was like, do you like eating it though? He gets 6 inches from my face. He leans across the table with a smile on his face, gets 6 inches from my face, and then just stares me in the eye without blinking while he eats the butter sandwich while he stares me down.
For how long?
Well, until he finished it, it was like 30 seconds. I don't know.
That's a lot of seconds to be that close to somebody's face without saying anything.
He was weird.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Joel. If you'd like to come on and tell your side of the story,
Yeah, he'd be like, I went out with this weird redhead girl.
I would
She's
love to
totally
hear it.
uppity. She didn't like that I wanted to sleep in 75-degree heat.
75 degrees?
Oh my God. Okay. He likes to sleep hot because it gives him nightmares and he enjoys having nightmares.
All right. Seriously, though?
Seriously.
If you can get him on here,
Dude.
I'd love to have a conversation with him.
I was kind of sad that he didn't hit me up for another date because I was like, this is
you know it's on to the
fascinating.
next one. He conquered you.
Yeah, he's done.
Can you believe it?
I didn't want to be choked, so
Was that his thing?
I think so.
You think so? What
He
do you
kept
mean?
reaching for my neck and I said, I don't want to be choked.
And what was his reaction? Was he
just like-
disappointed?
Just like, whatever.
Was he like a little kid that's like, oh?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
No.
So no, he didn't get it the first time?
No. The weirdest part was the rest of the time he was a gentleman, like opening my doors, getting me a clean towel in the morning. Like,
Because this is what he does.
yeah.
This is his thing.
Yeah.
He goes out with women and then he has sex with women and then
He sends them Thomas the Tank Engine videos and
guarantee he has a routine.
stares them down while he eats butter.
Yes. And he might be a wonderful guy. I don't know. Maybe this is just what he does.
I really admired his lack of fucks.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It seems like that, but that is where he puts all his effort. It seems like he knows how to go on that type of date. Because if he's not buying any other thing in his life, like he doesn't even have a TV stand. His TV's on a crate.
Yeah.
Seems like the
And
rest
he
of his
spends all
life
his
is in
money on
sort
hockey.
of chaos, and he does these two things, and he focuses all his time on it.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could be more like that.
I mean, he was just a giant child.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, but there's spectrum.
He had an 8-pack though.
I asked him about that. He was like, I'm just naturally skinny. He's like, I don't even try for it. He's like, I play hockey, but not that often. He's like, I don't really lift.
God, that's annoying.
I was like, I hate you.
I sort of liked him until that moment.
Oh, I'm kind of like, you want to be best friends, Joel. You're just so weird.
Because you just want to have stories about Joel.
Yeah, and it's just never boring, you know what I mean? Like, I was entertained the entire time.
Yeah. So overall, good experience.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
All right, give me one more. Give me one more.
One more dating
I think
story.
we're like almost out of time. I forgot to turn the
Are we on a
timer
third
back on.
podcast now?
Yeah. So make it
Welcome
good.
to Kristen and Jay's podcast. It's just 10 hours long.
Listen, I'm splitting it up to like 3, or maybe I'll just do a whole segment of just Tinder dating stories. So like make this a good one, and then this could be like its own thing.
I don't know how many more good ones I have. Because
Oh,
I
well,
already
that's-
told you
come
about
on.
one of them in private, but I didn't tell the viewers.
Well, yeah, that's I'll pretend like I'm surprised.
Okay. You have to have really good reactions, okay?
Okay. All right. Ready.
Okay, my first date,
Oh my god. Wait, was that the sorry, bad timing.
maybe a little much.
Okay. All right.
Maybe too little, actually. More.
More? Like right now? Or
Yeah.
that was the most I could give you.
Okay, we're good. My first date, he had this really artsy picture in his Tinder profile, like where it was a bunch of weird colors, and I thought, oh, he's just artsy. No.
You mean picture like
Like one of his pictures in his Tinder profile wasn't of him. It was just a bunch of like colors like oranges and reds and purples kind of in an arc.
no person,
No person.
just colors?
No discernible person. I find out that is a picture of his aura.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a picture of his aura that his friend takes and then interprets for him. And he showed me where there's like a dark spot on it. And he's like, that's because I had gotten in a fight earlier, like an argument earlier that day with someone. I was upset about it.
Wait, how do you take pictures of somebody's aura?
I think she has like a tuning fork. I think it's actually a picture
Get
of the
the
person's
hell outta here.
electromagnetic field.
That's insane. Did he say that with a straight face?
He did, but then he could tell by my face, he was like, or like electromagnetic field or whatever you want to believe in. I'm like, maybe I do choose to believe in science.
I have never said aura with a straight face.
Yeah, he said it was true. No. Okay. So we're on our date drinking, and I haven't found out that's an aura yet. I found that out at his house.
Oh, perfect.
He's talking about how his back hurts and he might have to have surgery. He got in a car wreck like a year ago. But then he also said that he had been talking to his doctor, and his doctor thought he was weird because he said, I think a lot of the pain is because I have a spiritual blockage in my spine, because all of your spiritual energy comes up through your spine. So he thinks he has a spiritual blockage, and that's why his back hurts. So he probably doesn't need surgery.
Okay.
He just needs to work on his spirit.
Okay. Sorry, that's my reaction is really not knowing what to say, honestly.
And I was like, or, you know, that car wreck you got into a year ago that you just told me about.
Oh.
No.
Isn't this how Steve Jobs died? They're like, you should get treatment. He's like, I have fruit, so I'm good.
He was like, no, dude, my chakra's just off.
And he believed it?
Yeah, that's what he believed. And he was like, yeah, my doctor thinks I'm insane. I was like, I think you're insane.
Was he wearing like a scarf and like dark sunglasses?
No, he was dressed like a normal dude.
What does that mean?
Well, he had like a flannel shirt and jeans.
Oh, that's not as normal as you think.
He dressed like you.
That's not normal.
It is normal for the hipster community.
So, did he have a beard?
No.
Oh.
He did have a weird hat in one of his Tinder photos, and upon further social media
That should have told you.
investigation, yes, he owns multiple weird hats. That he wears.
Weird hat, like fedora.
Kind of, not a
No.
fedora, but
You should have
it
known.
had a brim.
You should have known.
Yeah. Okay, so he's talking. Date finishes. He's talking about his aura. He takes me back to my car. He's all excited because he found this box in his glove compartment. They're mystical reading cards. You know, kind of like tarot.
Yeah.
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 And he's like, I'm going to do a reading when I get home.
About you.
That's what I asked. I said, what's it going to say about me? And he just goes, it's not about you. It's about me. Fuck. Sorry, God, for assuming that they might say something about me. So I was like, well, not if my ghost goes back to haunt your house. Then I'm going to be in them. But he had a sense of humor about it. He was like, I'll just exercise you. I was like, okay.
But did he go home and actually give you the results of the reading?
I did not get the results of the reading. He did tell me the next day that he didn't think that casual was for him. So I'm assuming the reading said, don't go out with that redhead again.
Did you do the casual thing with him?
We didn't go like all the way, but yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think I was at his house on a first date, Jay?
I guess I wasn't even. I had forgot about everything but his hats at that point, so I forgot you were at his house.
So in conclusion, weird hats, mystical reading cards, thinks his back hurts because there's a spiritual blockage, gets pictures of his auras, and he's like 38 with children.
Oh, he's got children.
Yeah, he's divorced. He didn't tell me that. I found that out through creeping.
He didn't tell you? Wait, did he tell you had children though?
No, not at all. He didn't tell me any of that. Like,
No
I think I
way.
knew he was divorced. And then I was like, why does his bathroom have 4 toothbrushes?
That bothers me a lot. How can you not tell somebody you have
It's
kids?
casual. What does it matter if he has kids?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. It seems like you should just say that.
I
Seems
don't
like
know.
a big
Yeah,
thing.
because the dude I'm seeing now has a kid and he tells me about it.
Yeah. I would think that you'd also want to. It's like, hey, I have kids. I actually like my kids. It's the
Yeah.
thing that I'll talk about without even realizing I'm talking about it.
Yeah. No.
Also, did I just say that in a way that it sounds like I have kids? Because
No.
I don't have kids. So.
Yes, you do. Quit hiding it. I can see them in the corner.
Hey, back to bed.
You haven't fed them in like 10 days.
Well, I didn't say I was a good dad. I just said no, I have no kids. No kids.
No kids.
No
Do you have
kids
any good date stories?
I don't know if I have any like that.
So it's just me dating the weirdos of the
No,
metro.
I don't know.
I will say they were all hot.
I did no. I feel like mine are not as interesting, or I'm just gonna hold back. So the one I remember recently, the thing that bothered me about it the most is like I showed up and she didn't even like stand up to greet me.
I've not stood up a few times.
I was like, what? Well, okay. It's just it felt weird. Made it feel weird.
Well, sometimes I just like in the moment, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to stand up. Do I actually stand up? Is that too much? Oh God, now it's been too long. I just have to sit here.
No, she looked like she had the type of confidence that was like, I'm not standing up. Like, okay, well, that's good. And then it just wasn't fun to talk to her like at all. And then I knew that when I got there, and I was like, I gotta put in my hour, you know. I gotta get a drink here and just make it happen. So we talked for a while, And then I think I even tried to pay, and she was like, "Oh no, that is on mine." Like she did not want me paying for anything.
Oh, because she knew that it wasn't going anywhere.
Which I think we both did. I have not heard from her since, and I have not said anything since.
The only time I've ever paid for a date with him and I on the first time was when I was like, this dude thinks he's getting laid. I'm going home. I'm at least going to buy his drink.
I don't think anybody ever gets the impression that I think I'm getting laid.
Well, I was very clear about my intentions.
No, you weren't, because if you said it wasn't happening and you were buying the drink, then I guess you weren't clear about your intentions.
Well, I just mean like he knew that I was dating for casual, but like if it went well, we'd head back to my apartment.
Okay.
And he was like, "What are we doing after?" And I was like, I just said, "Well, I'm going home."
Oh, my heart. I feel for him, sort of.
I was like, I'm tired.
Is that what you said? You said you're tired?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I played the narcolepsy card.
God, I don't have that card.
Oh, it's a great card for dating.
I cannot. That's my least favorite thing, to go and you just know this is not fun.
God, it's the worst.
And you go, how do I get out of here?
You're like, how long until they bring the check? Because I was dating a lot of guys there for a while, the casual dating, even if we didn't do anything going on dates. And when they're attracted to you or they think you're going to get you in bed, they laugh at every joke you make. And so I did have a point after that where I thought I was much funnier than I was. And I would make jokes in front of people and then slowly realize that my dates were just patronizing me.
No, the dates you were going on, the guys you were going on dates with, would not find you funny because they are boring. Like they wouldn't.
What?
I feel like they wouldn't even get your humor. It's not
They
that
were
you're
laughing.
not. Yeah, right. But you're saying that they're just laughing to laugh, but also you know what I'm saying.
No.
You get it.
No.
You understand, right?
No.
You know what I mean? Like you're funny. You're saying they didn't actually think you were funny.
I'm saying they probably thought I was funny, but they acted like they laughed at jokes that people that weren't interested in getting my pants would not laugh at.
Right. I'm saying they probably didn't think you were funny at all because they wouldn't even understand your humor. Like they would not.
You're saying
you're so much funnier than they are. They're terrible.
You're saying, okay, you're calling them terrible. For a second, I thought you were calling me not funny.
No, sorry. That's why I was like, why do I explain this?
You're just assuming that my dates aren't on my level.
Yes. By the way you're describing them.
Okay,
I'm like,
fair
yeah,
enough.
they probably don't find you funny because they don't get it.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't.
They're like, what subtle irony? Why does she keep making chemistry puns?
Yeah, like they're just.
Yeah.
They probably just go, this girl, she better.
She better put out.
Yeah, because I can't listen to her. I can't keep laughing at these jokes I don't get.
I wish Joan from Mad Men would stop talking about math.
They don't even watch Mad Men. They don't know Mad Men.
No.
All right, I think we're done here. I think we're done. This is a good episode or two.
Are you even gonna post this last like forever long?
Yeah, I might just cut off the beginning. That's not really editing, and just do the Tinder stories. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff. We've talked about a lot of different stuff.
Just chop it.
Yeah, let's chop it up.
Great.
It's good conversation here. How do you feel about it?
Good.
Okay, there you go. So I will end with giving you some advice since you gave me some advice from that last one.
Let's
stay great. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I'll talk to you at another time.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Christin, for coming on. It was a lot of fun. It was good conversation, and I just really liked hearing those stories, even though at least one of them you've told me before, but I'm so glad other people get to experience some of the Tinder world, especially if you're not out there dating. It is crazy. It is crazy. So if there's anybody else that wants to come on and tell Tinder stories, I would love to listen to them. Anyway, yeah, thanks again, Christin. It was a lot of fun. Come back again. If you like this episode, please let me know. If you hated this episode, please let me know. And if you have any ideas for future episodes, please let me know. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you next week.